particular decision, without which, Madam Speaker, the future of this country, and specifically education, is at
Thank
stake.
you, Minister. Honorable Speaker. Honorable man is here for the House on the status of the matter that is in a court regarding the matter that the Honorable Minister of Education has presented. Given the right opportunity, Right Honorable Speaker, on Tuesday will be in position to respond. Regarding Dr. Besisgye.
Right Honorable Speaker, in this house here, they would be brought before court, the civilian court, and indeed.
Can you conclude on the issue?
I had seeded for information from Withdrawal. Since there were commitments and undertakings made on the floor, wouldn't it be this report or progress of the commitments and undertakings that we took without necessarily delving into the merits of the case?
In the past few weeks, our honorable colleagues across the aisle have been pressing and demanding that Dr. Besisgye be produced in court. Civilian court. On behalf of government, we have time and again committed to meet all the requirements as stated by the Supreme Court. Pursuant to your ruling the other day, the Honorable Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs did commit once again to fulfill the requirements of the Supreme Court decision. And indeed, yesterday, the Honorable Dr. Besisgye was produced before Justice Dr. Singiza, and I believe the prayer that my colleagues across the aisle had always been pressing for was that Besisgye be produced before a civilian court. That was done yesterday. And for now, that's what I can report. Because the processes are still ongoing, I need not delve into what may be considered to be sub judice. Thank you.
Produced before the court yesterday. So what happened? What happened? Are we in management of court process?
What was done yesterday, Madam Speaker, was not what this Parliament had intended. Madam Speaker, Parliament had wished that Dr. Besisgye be produced in civil courts to be charged or tried in civil courts. Who produces Dr. Besisgye in civil courts? It is the state. The state. Dr. Besisgye appeared yesterday in court on another issue, and it was on an application made by his lawyers about a different thing. As we speak now, Madam Speaker, Dr. Besisgye has not been charged or arraigned before any court, as we Parliament had intended. It is a lie.
Honorable, the government speak.
Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members. Article 128 is very clear. Use your constitution, or use your iPad. Article 128 is very clear. The independence of the courts, and so we cannot order court to do anything. Honor the judge, why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Yes.
Madam Speaker, with your permission, I want to thank you for what you did the other day. You did great. Madam Speaker, I want to thank you and the entire country.
Attorney General wants to give you.
Perhaps to add to my earlier statement, it was a requirement of the court that the number of files be transferred. The files that were originally before the court martial be transferred to the civil court.
To DPP.
Yes, Right Honourable Speaker, I wish to report to the House that the transfer has been done. Now, I humbly request that you allow the technical people look through the files and advise on the next step of action.
Order.
Thank you.
Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, my concern is that the purpose for which we met and asked the executive to bring closer the appearance of Dr. Besisgye is being defeated. Because you remember you raised this issue very passionately and we had a purpose. Yesterday, when Dr. Besisgye appeared, the judge said this man is too sick, he can't even sit here for 30 minutes. Let him go back to prison. Today, he could not even make it to court in another court at Uganda Road, and the magistrate had to step trial for 2 months because he cannot appear in court. Yesterday, he was able to be there for 20 minutes. Today, he could not appear. So for somebody to say, let the technocrats go and look at the files when somebody is dying in prison, I mean, how human can we be? How? So because the purpose for bringing closer, why did we have to sit and say, no, 25th is too far. Let him appear tomorrow. And that's what we did.
Madam Speaker and colleagues, I need to be protected.
Honourable members,
permit me to clarify to my honourable colleagues, Mwizich and others. Once files are transferred to the DPP, the files have to be perused, and the DPP would make a determination whether there is a case or not. Please allow me finish.
let him finish.
Once the DPP receives a file, the DPP is supposed to read the facts on the file, and if the DPP is convinced that the facts and evidence reveal a case, then the file will be sanctioned.
So the file is with the DPP?
So I want to tell you that the files have been transferred to the civil court and to the DPP. So I humbly request that you await the determination of the technical people.
Right on the Speaker. Right on the Speaker.
Honourable members, can we urge the lawyers of Dr. Besisgye to make a follow-up on this matter with the DPP? And if some of you are lawyers to Dr. Besisgye, can you kindly make a follow-up with the DPP and then to the court? That is what we should do.
Been transferred and they are with technical people. Kindly elucidate who has transferred files to where. At what point does the DPP come in? Because you see, the DPP, according to our constitution, for those of you that don't know, the DPP is meant to operate independently. The DPP sanctions police files, not court files. So we want to know about that process. What exactly happened? Have you as Attorney General gone, hold on, calm down. Have you as Attorney General gone and ordered the DPP here sanction these files? Because that's important. It's a matter of the law and a matter of the Constitution. How is the DPP coming into this situation? Or did you just say you got these files from this court and you took them to a court registrar and said these ones? Please elucidate on that issue.
Right, Honourable Speaker. The Supreme Court ordered that the files be transferred
to the civilian court.
The other day, on Tuesday when we were here, the Right Honourable Speaker made an order to the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, the Minister of Internal Affairs, and myself as the Deputy Attorney General to go
Honourable
and see to
members, please listen.
to go and see to it that the transfer is done. We went and immediately returned here. The Minister of Justice reported to this House that the transfer processes were ongoing. And now I'm here to confirm to you that those files have been transferred. Thank you.
Honourable members, we've heard the files have been transferred. They are in DPP, and I will make a follow-up also myself. Next item.
Can wait, but not the life of Dr. Besisgye and everybody else, Madam Speaker. Now, Madam Speaker, my procedural issue is just simple. We are citizens, and we are leaders by the grace of God. The reason why we're here is that, as you rightly ruled, we represent those that don't have the privilege and the opportunity to be here. Madam Speaker, we've become, and including myself, my procedural issue, Madam Speaker, is, while certainly we're barred from focusing on, discussing court proceedings, I don't think human dignity or human heart bars anybody in this House, including yourself, Madam Speaker, to appreciate the urgency. I want to call.
Before you bring your procedural matter,
Yes.
independence of judiciary. In the exercise of judicial powers, the court shall be independent and shall not be subjected to the control of direction of any person or authority. I will not sit in this seat, in this House, and start directing court on what to do. We did our part. We spoke for the people. We spoke for the people outside there. Everybody knows the health of doctor. And if somebody cannot see, then that is not parliament.
Now, my procedural issue, Madam Speaker, I'm so happy that you wrote inside the Constitution, and anybody, including the courts, any judge, on earth, underneath, or above the earth, to conduct any trial.
You are saying Article 140.
Motion for withdrawal. Defense for.
Don't seem to be more concerned about Dr. Besisgye than other people. Dr. Besisgye.
Are we reading the same Constitution, Madam Speaker?
It seems yours is
Article 143.
Let's first have this. Let's first have this, then I will give you. Articles, I'll give you.
Honorable colleagues, I move under Rule 140 of the Rules of Procedure that a bill entitled the Uganda People's Defense Forces Amendment Bill 2024 be withdrawn.
Is it seconded? Seconded by the Leader of Government Business, by Honorable Rukia, Honorable David Bahati, Government Chief Whip, by Minister of Finance, Bavuru, by Honorable Guang, by Honorable Alex, by Government, by Doug, by Minister of Public Service, by Minister of Luero, by the whole side, by Kabanda, by Omodi, by Margaret, Alebutong, Margaret, Ajuri, Komakech, and then Minister, Chairman of Science and Technology, Mouma.
Right Honorable Speaker, the withdrawal of the bill is primarily to enrich the bill and to ensure that we comply with the ruling of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Uganda. I beg to submit.
Thank you. You heard what was in the ruling of the Supreme Court. The issue was who heads the court martial, how are they appointed, who is a civilian, who is a military person, and are you allowed to appeal a decision that has been made by a court martial? And those are things that I think Honorable Government Chief Whip and we need to comply with what the court ruled. Don't tell me about Article 92. Don't. Honorable members, having listened to the minister's justification for withdrawal of the bill, I now put a question that Uganda People's Defense Amendment Bill 2024 be withdrawn as proposed. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, the UPDF Amendment Bill 2024 stands withdrawn, and as we await for the new bill, which is proposing that they want to bring a comprehensive bill on UPDF. Yes?
Right Honorable Speaker, our rules do allow withdrawal of a bill. I just want to caution government that in all that they are planning to do in the next couple of days, hopefully, it will be in tandem with the Constitution. Article 92 provides that you cannot pass a law to defeat a court ruling.
No, you're
I am hoping that government is cognizant of that. Thank you.
You're debating in
No, I was just cautioning them. My duty is to keep them in check. Thank you.